Welcome back to the Bunt, the #1 podcast in skateboarding, brought to you by the #1 shoe in skateboarding, Vans. Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking 6. I'm D Jones. I got my main man, the Ghost, with me. We got J Boogie Burrows and Ants One behind the scenes.
It's a cool thing.
The recipe for a perfect skateboard podcast. Ghost, tell them what we're working with this week.
Massive week here in Studio E. We got an absolute legend, one of our favorite skaters. So hyped for the people to see what's popping with the one and only Furby. You know what I'm saying? Triple OG legend, one of the greatest jumpers of all time, one of the greatest nollie flips and switch flips of all time. Then we take it, straight to the post office. You know what I'm saying? We got to ramp it up for the last, what do we got, 3 or 4 episodes left? So let's pop that off. Yo, the finals are set. Congrats to everyone who made it in the NHL and NBA. Stacked episode this week.
This guy. Yo, congrats to all the finalists that are listening, Make sure to follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/thebuntlive. Hit us up on our Instagram at thebuntlive. Hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/thebunt, and then head over to our website, thebuntlive.com. Every episode logged for your listening pleasure. Ghost, people look forward to this moment. People count on this moment. You're not doing this just for yourself. You're doing this for the greater good of everyone. Man. The Ghosts shout out of the week. Let's hear it.
You already know what time it is. Shout out of the week, brought to you by The Den, an app for all the best skate videos, carefully curated by skaters for skaters. Living in these crazy modern times, it can start to feel like computers run your life. For most of us, skateboarding is the ultimate escape. Why should we let the videos we watch be yet another thing controlled by those big corporate algorithms? That's where our homies over at The Den come in. If it's in the app, it's vetted by real people who know what's up, not by a sinister algorithm trying to keep you chasing that next hit of dopamine. Whether you're browsing the classics, tapping into your favorite shop's back catalog, or just throwing on the Den TV, you can be sure you're in good hands. The Den is available for free on iPhone, Android, web, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. All right, this week, man, I've been looking forward to this one for a minute. Our boys Ronnie and Trey went overseas on a little trip a little while back. It finally dropped. Sincerely, Milan. I think it's hopefully a new web series that we see more often. Carl Akins and gang doing like an Atlantic drift type thing, assembling different crews in different cities. Started with the bang. Trey switch heel over the rail. Buttas, Carlisle switch backside flip the set. Ronnie nollie flip 50 line. The whole squad went off. I think check it out over on Free, aka on The Den as well. Shit's popping. Good looks. Oh, and bonus shout out to It Only Matters If You Care, Berlin homies doing their thing by Paul Herman. You dig?
Dude, I couldn't let this go by. Remote viewing from Theory's brand. Our boy, Niall Love It, going off first part. Absolute pleasure. Always looking forward to some new Niall Love It footy. And last week I shouted out Nick Rainey in Detroit. I got another shout out too. Ron Parker, man. You know him? He was in Daniel Wheatley's video. Soul Crusher. Just feeling it, man. Sick skater, great style. Check out Ron Parker as well.
Yeah, Niall, enjoy the shout out and the finals berth, because it's all sadness from here, man. OKC.
It's unnecessary, dude. He's we're working on a new friendship with Niall, and you're gonna ruin it. All right. As most people saw this past weekend, Copenhagen Open went down. Now that me and Seifa have a couple of events under our belt, we know how hard it is and how much work goes into these things. Just want to say nobody does it better than those guys over in Copenhagen, man. The FOMO was absolutely insane. Those guys killed it. We hope to get back over there sometime soon, man.
Yeah, I echo exactly what you're saying. The FOMO is real all week. and it looked like an absolute blast. We got to figure out how to get there next year, and possibly win the 3-on-3 tournament that was popping.
That wasn't
over
a
there,
tournament, dude.
Yeah.
That was like a Nike friendly. There's no tournament there.
All I saw was Gary Rogers just trying to catch a W anywhere he can, but he stays taking L's all over the globe.
That guy will travel anywhere, bro. This guy gonna be playing basketball in Greenland next time you see him. Still reaching for that trophy, Gary.
I saw he won his one-on-one game. Fucking, he needed a W by any means.
Pulled some guy off the street that's never played basketball before. But Copenhagen Open looked like a fucking blast. Congrats to everyone involved in that, man. You guys absolutely kill it. Ghost, man. Summertime is in full swing in Toronto. Patios are open. Here in T-Dot, they block off half the goddamn road, so there's nowhere to park. But the patios are on the roads now. Where are you going for a beer?
Let me tell you something. And this was supposed to go in Shoutout of the Week. My brain, this is a morning recording, so we're a little slower today. But Solo Tango Crew, I went to the premiere on Friday, and honestly, there's nothing more fun than a local video premiere. I feel like those are my things I look forward to the most. So they killed it. They went down to Mexico and made a dope video. They got a fucking skit, the whole thing. I'm sure it'll be all on YouTube soon, but that was awesome. And then the unofficial after party ended up being Farside. Cruised over there with Joel after, and then everyone was eventually there. And the Beamers actually ran out. So Farside will be dropping off some cases this week of some ice cold Beamer. You dig?
All right. Ain't nothing left to be said. Let's get into the interview, man. Furby, absolute legend. All right, let's get this thing popping. We have Ramiro Salcedo, a.k.a. Furby, in the goddamn building today.
Yeah.
Fucking legend. Furby, what's cracking, man?
What it do, fam bam? Chilling, man. Good to see you guys.
Yes, sir. Bro, we waited a long time for this one. Day 2 of the interview. Man, we're excited to have you in the building, bro.
Nah, it's a blessing. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Yes, sir. Furby, we start every show off the same. You got to hit us with your favorite skate moment and your favorite sports moment.
Damn, just pretty much just being at the local skate park with the homies at the Dirty. Everybody's shredding.
What's up?
Getting active.
and sports moment, you a big sports fan?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'll play soccer myself, but yeah.
What do you like to watch?
Pretty much soccer, basketball, football, baseball,
right.
but mostly soccer.
What moment stands out to you then, man?
Man, pretty much like being at one of my first LA Galaxy games when I was a young kid.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Who's the big superstar on the Galaxy, man? They have Wayne Rooney for a bit or something, did they?
Not Rooney. I know back in my generation it was like Kobe Jones.
Okay.
But now they had Ibrahimovic.
Oh, damn, really?
Sultan, yeah, they had him.
That's gangster. Nice.
Like just being at my first game when I was young, it was like exciting, like seeing one of my like heroes playing out there in the field. It was like I was like in shock, like, oh shit, super psyched.
Hell yeah. All right, Furby, take us back to the beginning, man. Where'd you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
So, all right. So pretty much I grew up in Lenox, California, pretty much like right by LAX airport. And I'm pretty much, that's where I grew up skateboarding with all my little homeboys around there. And yeah, so basically like we're just like little street cats just out there, slum dogs. Being slum dogs, just skating down in the corner street, dangerous as hell. But in the ghetto, you already know how it is. But yeah. So that's where we started, just skating out in the streets. And then just taking it out to the little elementary schools around us.
Nice. How'd you get your first board?
Damn, my first board was like, I never really because I was kind of like poor back in the day, so I didn't really have much money. But I do remember I used to just pretty much borrow the boards off my friends, And then like I think I graduated like middle school, and that's when my grandpa pretty much bought me my first skateboard from the
Damn,
shop
what'd you
called Point
get?
of Impact. It's just a blank Point of Impact board
Oh, that's dope.
with blank trucks, blank wheels, blank bearings. But that to me was like it was like the best thing ever. That's the best gift anybody can get.
So, Furby, what would you consider your first big break in the skate industry, man? What was the first domino to fall for your career?
Damn. I would say right when I was like getting on Sugar Sports, like I was turning amateur for them. I remember the first ad they gave me. I nollie flipped the Carlsbad Gap. So I remember that one. That was when I like pretty much started. That was like a startup for my career right there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That was a sequence, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was one of those like, oh shit, who's that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Random dude doing the craziest trick. Didn't know you were about to blow up. That was fucking dope. Sugar skateboards, man. Your Via Marina part, I feel like, was when you kind of first had a big impact in the skate game, and everyone kind of saw that part. It was shocked. Nollie backheeling Carlsbad and shit like that. Take us back to that time. How fun was putting that video part together? And
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, no, those Via Marina days were like pretty amazing, man. Like, thanks to Cricket, my filmer, Mike Morosco, Eric Longin, the Lord. So basically, it started with them. Like, we were just like
Cricket from Alabama.
Yes, yep.
Oh shit, that's my dog, yo.
Christopher Thurber, yo, that's him, man. It's one of my best friends too. So
damn. Basically,
like, yeah, they started hearing like that I was just getting down, you know, getting my tricks down, getting these banger ass tricks. So we just started hooking up with them, going out every like day to go skate and film. And then we were just stacking up clips, man, just stacking. Like we were just hungry, working, just getting to it. And we were just having fun too, just having fun with it, you know, not even caring about money or none of that. Just getting, all we worried about is just stacking our clips and going back to the room and just like watching the clip again over and over. So,
true skate rats, man.
Yeah.
So before you blew up onto the scene with Via Marina, back when you were a skate rat, did you plan or think that you were going to have the skate career that you ended up having, man? What goals did you set, and did you just obviously blow those out of the water?
Yeah, no, I had no clue. At that time, I was just skateboarding, having fun, just going out and enjoying life. Not really worried about like if I was gonna make it big or not. Like, because to me, like everybody around me was just like pretty much like my favorite skateboarders. So I didn't really like have like a goal to like achieve at the time. We were just having fun, just young kids going out.
Yeah, but like you're growing up skating in LA, so you're in like the epicenter of skateboarding back then. You had to know like at some point you're like, yo, I'm doing better, if not as good of tricks as literally anyone in LA, you know? Like at what point did you realize like, holy shit, like maybe I am the man, bro?
It was the day when I believe I got a call from Andrew Reynolds.
Oh.
Yeah, that after that day, then I was like, okay, like I might have like I might be somebody out here, you know, like shit. You have the boss telling you like, hey, I want to hook you up with Baker boards, have you flow. Yeah. And then that's when I was like, okay, like, that's when I started taking it seriously. Like, okay, like I can't be fucking around. Like, I gotta start getting some dope ass hammers or some banging ass clips.
That's crazy.
So, bro.
Boss, man.
That's all you knew. You had basically no bad clips ever.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
That's true, bro.
Just straight bangers. Like when you start switch flipping the 15 and then you're like, yo, actually, you know what? That wasn't good enough. Let me go fakey flip this shit too.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty much, pretty much like take myself out. Like, all right, like I gotta top myself a little bit because somebody has to do it. So yeah, you mentioned it with Reynolds, but all the sponsors start falling into place. You were on Sugar, like you mentioned, but how was it going on? What was going on behind the scenes for you to get on Baker and then Supra and Crew and kind of just be in that whole family? Yeah, so pretty much at that time, like right after Sugar, yeah, like pretty much like that's when like I started kind of blowing up with everybody getting to know me and like just in the industry. So then after Baker, that's when like I believe Greco and Ellington started Death Wish. And but at the time, like Antoine had like a lot of he had to do a lot with like hooking me up with all of my sponsors at the time
Mm-hmm.
with Supra Crew. Yeah, but Antoine really like he blessed me a lot, so I gotta thank him. He already knows. Got a mad love for him since day one. That's my doctor. We wrote we still rap for the same skate shop, Transitions in Carson.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sick.
we always had our back on that.
For sure. So yeah, you and Antoine both blew up around the same time. Obviously took the game by storm. But were you guys homies before the skate career started popping and you guys started riding for the same companies? Like how far back does your friendship go?
Yeah, no, we go way back because Antoine was like I believe as I can remember he was on Element. But yeah,
Oh, what?
he was way ahead of the game because yeah, he was way too he was like 13, like just killing it, dude, like Nolly Hill crooking, like big ass
Mm.
fucking hubba. So he was like our little idol,
Yeah.
dude, and we were like fucking old. But we
So
always
he's
looked up
much
to him.
younger than you?
Yeah,
Okay. So you got to see him as a kid going absolutely crazy.
yeah, pretty much. And then like we pretty much as kids we just like rode for the same shop, pretty much like skated like the same spots.
Mm-hmm. You have an Antoine like childhood story you could share with us? Like maybe some
Yeah, hell
Antoine
yeah.
hijinks as a kid?
Oh yeah, like when this one time we all gathered up like the whole like it was like five crews like we all gathered up at this little at one of our homies' house in Lomita. So we all like pretty much we were all there and we were gonna night skate that day. I remember we went night skating at Maryland High School up in PB. And just that night was crazy. Like we all like met up and it was like almost like 30 of us in one little room. Like it was crazy. We were just there like just fucking clowning, making jokes and like just talking about like what tricks we were gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go night skating that night and like it gets crazy. We all started getting down, and I believe the cops come because it was like we were there late. It was like 12 at midnight, I believe, like 1 in the morning. So I think cops show up and like we just like fucking run for our lives. Just you already know how that goes.
Classic.
Run and hide.
So, watching as many parts as I could yesterday, I was seeing some old parts that I forgot about. I forget what the video is called, but you skate to where I'm from. And I feel like around that time, Antoine had a part when you guys were younger before you blew up. But did you guys ever have problems with wanting to do the same tricks? Because, like, you're both nollie heel. I think you both nollie heel boarded, Wilshire 10. You both got nollie heel nose on the same rails and shit. Like, did you guys ever have to, like, rock, paper, scissors or anything for who gets to do what trick at what spot?
Yeah, not really. Like we were just like just doing our thing and like it was just like basically just like for us it's just like to see how the trick looks for ourselves. But like yeah, there was never like anything like a battle between or like see who does the trick better or anything.
Yeah.
And, like it was just like out of nowhere like I guess we just had the same tricks on lock, so we would just try them down the same spots without knowing that we
Yeah.
did it. So, and that was the
Hey,
funny part.
you guys both did crooks reverts a lot. Like, such a similar bag. Two of the best nollie heels. Obviously, Antoine's famous for his nollie heel, but people can't sleep on yours either. And I feel like he has the OG like arms down Steve, but like you could just like you nollie flip Carlsbad and your arms barely move too. So it's
Yeah.
crazy how you guys came up together and kind of had a similar vibe on the board.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like, yeah, for some reason, like I feel like he had that fake Steez kind of like style first, and then like I kind of like caught up to like, all right, like we gotta just follow each other, and this is the way we're gonna just
Yeah, we can own this style.
yeah.
Don't kill
So,
me.
how's your guys' relationship these days? You guys still kick it, skating? We see a lot of Antoine and yourself still skating on the gram.
Right now, like since like we're grown adults now, like I know he has his little family too, and I got my daughter too. So we're like, but once in a while we do meet up and like go skate like in North Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
We talk like on the Instagram here and there because sometimes he be switching up his numbers, so it's hard to get a hold of him too.
Yeah.
One of those.
But yeah, no, our relationship is pretty good, man. He's a
That's
very good
awesome.
friend.
That's
Yeah.
wicked.
He knows I always got his back forever, so he knows where to find me if he needs me.
That's what's up.
And it looks like he's been absolutely killing it. I know he hurt his knee, but it looks like he was on a tear. And I think when we were at Baker Boys, Shane was telling us he's cooking up a crazy part on the low. What are you saying these days, man? You cooking something up for the people as well? Or are you gonna have a guest trick in his part or something?
For me right now, I've been away from skateboarding a little bit just because of ever since I lost the sponsors, it's just been a little bit tough. But you know, life catches up to you.
Mhm.
But I'm still skating. I still skate here at the local skate park here in my hometown, at the Dirty and Hawthorne.
Nice.
And yeah, no, like me, yeah, I haven't really like been out there like trying to go like as hungry as I was back in the day. Like I haven't really gone out there to film. But I know, like, yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on something for sure for the
That's
fans
what's
because
up.
everybody's been asking like, "Yo, what's up, man? You still skating?" I'm just like, "Yeah." And then too, because I got my braces like a year and a half ago, so I've been working on my teeth a little bit.
Hell yeah.
So I
Gotta
haven't, yeah.
maintain.
But I'm still, yeah, I still go skate here and there. I think the last time I skated was like probably say like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Still got those nollie flips
Yeah.
or what?
Oh, bro, still
That
got it.
shit
Yeah,
ain't going away.
no. As long as you think about the trick, like in your mind, like
Yeah.
you'll never lose the trick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I still be out there busting.
You are spun into yarn, knitted into fabric, dyed and finished, cut into the shape of boxer shorts, stitched together with waistbands and labels, with one being a man holding a stick while riding a horse, packed and ready for sale. Bought in Austin, Texas by a young Swede named Oski. First worn in Copenhagen at CHPO Open. Oski does a frontside slash and the public gets a short but steady glimpse of you. That, my friends, is your claim to fame. Congratulations. Who made sure this happened? You know who did. CHPO did, making sure boxers get their fair share of visibility since day one. CHPO brand, always doing it for the people.
Let's go back to your Via Marina part for a second. I was always curious. You nollie flip that huge set and then you nollie heel it right after, and you look so angry when you land. Like, was someone talking?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know which one that Ollie Hill.
You,
Like,
like,
I look
look
back
up.
like,
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
going on there? That was the angriest, dopest nollie heel I've ever seen.
that's because I forgot it. Like I did a better one, so like this was the second one, but like for some reason like I didn't like the landing. I felt like I like tic-tacked it a little bit, but probably didn't do. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But nah, there was a way better nollie heel for sure.
God damn.
But that second one, it was just like a crazier pop. I think that's why they used that one.
Yeah, dude, that one.
The
That was
catch
one of my.
crazy. Yeah,
I've watched that like a million times, man. That was the shit.
yeah. That's the reason I look back, is I felt like it wasn't like as good as the first one, but it's like whatever, I'll take it.
Fuck, if that's what you're taking, damn.
Yeah.
So we've talked about your nollie flip down Carlsbad a little bit, but man, we got to talk about the nollie back heel, one of the most well executed nollie back heels of all time, down one of the most famous gaps of all time. Take
man,
us behind the
thank you.
scenes on that session, man. Like, what was that like? How do you just like start trying to nollie back heel Carlsbad? And everybody talks about like the uphill landing at the bottom being like a huge issue. There was a whole on video about it, but like I watch you skate it and I'm like, looks fine to me in your clips anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, so there about that gap, you really have to be ready because it's a little like even like rolling up to the spot, like there's a little like a big old crack right before you pop, kind of.
Yeah.
So you have to go over that crack. Then you get like 2 or 3 seconds to like pretty much fix your feet set up. But yeah, for that one, like I was like just warming up. Just I even on it like in the cruiser board, in the little tiny cruiser. I remember. But yeah, no, like for sure for that one, I had to stretch out. Like I had to drink a protein shake. 'Cause, yeah, you have to, man. You already know like you're gonna get your ass beat at least for a couple an hour.
So it was a battle. It took a while.
Yeah, that one I think I believe I had to go like back like 2 times for that one.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Any other tricks you ever tried on that?
I did try to switch big spin hill flip it, but on one of those like the board didn't flip the whole way, so like kind of tweaked my ankle on it.
Oh shit.
And then yeah, it took me out that one took me out for like 2-3 months. I had a sprained ankle.
Damn.
But luckily nothing broke or anything, so still able to skate.
Straight G, man. Okay, another clip that I found hilarious. I don't know if you were trying to be funny or you were actually trying to slow down, but I think it's in your digital part. You know the spot that Antoine made famous by doing the switch 180, then 3 flip, and then heel flip the set?
Oh,
like
yes.
to open his Baker part?
Yes.
But in digital, you hit the nollie 180 over to the little drop, and then you 180 power slide, and then you 180 power slide again, and then you switch back heel on flat, and then you hit the set. So you did 4 rotations to get to the last trick. So that clip is just pure comedy to me. Were you trying to be funny, or what was going on with that one?
I was just trying to control my speed and just like cruise it, and just I wasn't even like, but I guess just like it just came out of naturally, it just came out.
No planning to that one.
My guy hit the nollie 180, the power slide 180, power slide 180 again, switch back heel.
Just like it goes downhill, so I was just trying to control my speed and like just try to turn and see how I can like angle or position my feet better.
That's a legendary clip right there, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like that clip too. Then I had like it's like some baby blue Supra sample shoes I remember at the time.
Sick.
That's fire. So speaking of legendary clips, you dropped the original stanky tray flip on the flat to flat at the skate park that went viral. Were you joking around with that one, or like how did that come about, man? Just to go with the 1-footed catch on the tray flips like that.
Is that the one from the demo, right? Like the
yeah,
the one that went crazy.
Yeah, now that one I just like, because that's the only way I can tray flip. Like I can't. There's no other way. So I swear,
You're lying,
cap,
bro.
Yo, that's cap.
There's no way,
bro. I cannot do no regular tray. Like it has to be like a flamingo catch for some reason. Like, I don't know if it's just like with my soccer technique or something. Because like as a kid, I would play so much soccer, so like it's just how my feet like set up. I don't know why. But
that shit was crazy. That shit took the world by storm, man.
Yeah, I know it.
Or did kids always like ask you about that? Like I feel like that made you so much more popular. That shit was everywhere.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, they're just always asking about that trade. Like how, bro? Like
Felipe Gustavo still does them like that. Like his technique is literally the exact same.
I know Theotis does them too here and there.
Yeah.
A lot of homies from Hawthorne.
And the other guy,
of course.
Gustavo Ribeiro as well.
Yeah, Andrew Pott got one of those too.
Yeah, you started the revolution.
The original, bro.
Crazy.
Trademark that shit.
Yo. Yeah, I mean, me and Antoine actually have like the same kind of style trade flip too. It's crazy.
You guys are very similar.
Yeah, we're similar. Yeah, a lot of people always tell us that.
Yeah, but his tray flips, or his one tray flip on flat at that spot we were just talking about, was like one of the most iconic tray flips on flat.
Oh, and dude, till this day is one of my goddamn favorite tray flips.
Yeah. Yours was iconic in a different way. It was like hilarious. Like,
because that one's like I caught it like the whole way and like just landed in 1 foot. Like what the heck? Then I stopped my back foot. Like oh shit. Like,
yeah, you forgot about that one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, when you mentioned that Cricket was your filmer, I had to hit him up on the spot because I did not know that there was that connection was there, and I just wanted to see if you had a question. He said to ask you when you got your first paycheck ever from skating back in the day, would you go buy at the swap meet?
Damn, you know what? I do remember our first paycheck there. We went to go buy fresh white tees. Straight up.
That's proper.
He said you guys went and you bought a scorpion at the swap meet too with your first check.
A score? Oh yeah, dude. Damn, that's crazy.
And some
Like
fresh
a
white
live
tees.
scorpion? Like a live scorpion?
Yeah, I remember I did buy a little scorpion too. For like $20. Yeah, back in the day, it was crazy.
What'd you want that thing for?
Just to like have it right there, because I'm a Scorpio. So like I was
okay.
like, let me just. Yeah, I remember I did buy that scorpion. Damn.
Damn, a scorpion and some white tees, bro.
Yeah.
That's proper.
Damn, he also mentioned you guys had a tagging crew. You guys were tagging up all of LA with little chickens and eagles or Santa Monica.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we were the Eagles, the Beaks. We had like a nice little, like all the posse from Marina Del Rey and Santa Monica and Venice. It was just like a bunch of cool ass homies.
That's awesome. What's up.
But yeah, we would go out and just like be out there and like just tag the whole goddamn city. Like even like after we finished the skate spots, we're like pretty much just like leave our little mark right there.
Oh, that's sick. So fast forward a little bit in your career, you're part of the Crew and Supra squad touring the world with legends like Ellington, Greco, Penny, you name it, man. Those teams had it all. How crazy was that time for you?
Man, bro, like I remember that time, and it's like being part of the dream team. It was like, just couldn't believe it, man. Like, cause my favorite skateboarder, like growing up, was Tom Penny. So like, just being there with him, like the legend, is like, bro, like what's going on? Like I'm part of the team too. Like shit. Yeah. But at that time, man, I was just like so amazed and like I was loving it, man. Like being part of the dream team.
Yeah, where did you guys get to tour? You guys hit all over, right? Like, what were the spots you remember the most?
We were basically like pretty much like we were in Europe most of the time, bro. Like we'll be out there for like a month or two in Europe, Germany. We'll be in France.
Crazy, eh?
I remember we'll be in Budapest, and then damn, this crazy little town is called like Cristiani, something like that.
Yeah,
I remember that little town too. We've been to Amsterdam, been to Poland, like Australia, like, but mostly we were in Europe, man. Europe was like our little.
Last season, we randomly got a bunch of Stevie Williams stories. Did you have any fun nights out with Stevie or fun sessions with Stevie? Any stories?
Stevie and TK and like killing Dad too, man. We'll go out.
Shit.
We'll go out and it was crazy, bro.
Enough said, eh? Oh, our boy Spenny too is on all those trips with you.
Yeah, Spencer too. But yeah, man, we had the whole dream team, bro. It was nuts. Like
that's crazy.
And like just watching the fans like come visit us at the shops and stuff, like it was a good feeling, man. Especially like when you come out of like I don't know, like where I come from, it's like we come from nothing, man. Like you're not supposed to make it, so being able to like live through that, like it's a dream, man. It's a blessing.
That's what's up, man. Love that.
Do you have a Tom Penny memory? Him being your favorite skater, I'm sure they're like you just remember all the small stuff, but you have a story, like a Tom Penny story you could share with us?
Oh man, Tom Penny, for some reason, like he loved me, man. Like I was like this little like yeah, I don't know what it is, but like we clicked up together like always. We were like sometimes we even like we'll be like roommates in the hotels.
No way.
We would, man, honestly, me and him were like, we'll just be fucking blazing spliffs nonstop. And yeah, like I remember this one crazy story was like we were in like I don't know where we were, like somewhere in Europe, but I remember he came out to my hotel room like because he had finished all his wine and all his like beer from his room, so he wanted to grab for my fridge. I was like, yeah, go ahead, bro, it's all good. You know that they're gonna charge it to the car anyway, so it's all super. It's all good, bro. This is our stuff. And it was like late. It was like 3-4 in the morning, bro. Like, and he has like 2-3 girls, and it's him and Javier Sarmiento like pulling up to my room. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Shit.
And they're like drunk. They're like trying to wake me up. Like, hey, bro, let's go skate. But they're over there
You're
just
like,
just getting
take
my
whatever you
beer and my
need,
wine,
bro.
but it's all good. It's like, go right ahead, bros.
Bro, how like next level were those trips, man? You think of like shoe brands in skateboarding that like made good money and like had a really like, you know, big budget. Like Supra was one of the top, man. Like how bougie were those trips?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, like those were 5-star meals we would eat and hotels we would stay.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, they treated us with like royalty, loyalty, everything, bro. Like we were kings. Like it was crazy.
That's fucking awesome to hear, man. What
But
a
like
good
to me,
time to
none of
skateboard.
that really mattered because like I was just there to have fun and just do our skate thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those were some legendary trips with those guys, man.
Yeah. That's
Hell yeah.
awesome.
We for sure made history on that.
For sure.
For days. I used to love when those tour videos would drop. It was always killing the demos and then like some epic street clips too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I have the order right, but did your 420 part come out before the Death Wish video?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so everyone was anticipating the Death Wish video, and then out of nowhere, you just dropped a 420 part, which was banging that you filmed in 20 days. How come you wanted to put that out before the video? What was the idea behind that part?
Well, at that time, it was me and one of my good filmer friends, Cheeto Taffy, and we were just having fun with it. Like, and I already had like stacked up some footy for the Deathfish video, so I was like, we were just like filming and having fun, and like I didn't know like little by little, like he just told me like, oh bro, like we have like a whole part. Like what? I was like, no way. So I guess it was pretty much his idea to drop the part, and I just went along with it. Like, all right, let's just drop it. But then he told me like, oh, like I think it would be a good idea like to drop it before Deathmatch because like I'll probably hype you up a little bit more, like my name up and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whatever, let's do it.
That part
Because
was
like anyway,
serious.
it was just like throwaway footy. Like plus Deathmatch didn't want to use it because they only wanted to use the BX 1000 camera footy at the time. And like
Mhm.
me and Cheeto, we were filming with I believe it was a Canon, one of those like new HD Canons. So like it wasn't gonna work out. So either way, that's why we just threw away the footy for free.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
No, but you guys did it proper because you also put it out. I think he made an edit, but didn't you also put out just the raw clips and then it was like a re-editing contest too or something? Like I remember that part.
Yes.
You guys killed it with the marketing on that because everyone was submitting their re-edited versions of it too.
We did that, yeah.
Yeah, head of the game.
Mm-hmm. So after that, the Death Wish video comes out. You come out swinging with the short and sweet part. Were you happy with your part that dropped at the time, or were you trying to get more done? Like how did you feel about that part?
I feel like I feel like I didn't have enough time to film for the part.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like we had such a big team and it was hard for everybody to like meet up and like like it's hard because I remember like Beagle would hit me up like, hey, like we're gonna go to this spot, but it's like it's crazy because it's like it'll be like 20 people trying to skate, trying to get a clip, so it's like it's hard,
Yeah.
so it's like, but I felt like I could have had way more footy, but because like and I feel like some of that Death Wish footy too, like it was just all like from being on tour footy.
Mm-hmm. Trips with them and stuff.
So I feel like I didn't have like a lot of time to actually like focus on like get a good, really, really good part.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'm still super happy about it, like the way it came out.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that part's amazing. Like it's funny. Like when you see a full video before everything's chopped up on YouTube, you don't see like that how short it actually was. Like seeing it on YouTube, it's like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. But when you just watch it in the full video, it feels like a full part. Like it's just full of bangers, and the Snoop Dogg edit was flawless.
Oh, I remember. I remember like at the premiere, like everybody went crazy when I did that. The last couple like 5 tricks, like.
Yeah.
And I remember like Lil Wayne was like sitting. It was me, and then it was like one of my friends, and it was Lil Wayne sitting right next to us. So I was like, "What the hell? Like Lil Wayne's right here? Like that's crazy." Watching our skate footy
That's insane.
at the
epic.
premiere.
Was he going
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, he was. Hell
I
yeah.
bet, man.
He was so hyped. he was like screaming, jumping, like whoa.
That's sick.
That's epic, man. Can you take us behind the scenes on your last trick, the switch flip of pain?
Oh yeah, so I remember that session. It was pretty much like deadline for the video, so like we were pretty much like I was just trying to like look for an ender, and I tried to switch frontside heel it first. Yeah, I tried over the rail, but like I couldn't pull it, so I kind of gave up on that. And then I was like, you know what? Like I'm a little sore. Like I'm just gonna throw down a switch flip. Like like next thing you know, like 3, 4 tries later, I just landed right there and bam. But I was like a little bit
That's
kind of
insane.
sore already at the time
Mm-hmm.
because I was trying to switch from a heel. But
Wow.
yeah, I remember that day. It was pretty nuts too.
Good old reliable switch flip.
Yeah.
I remember, Donald, you remember I caught some flack maybe a couple years ago now. I made a top 5 switch flippers of all time list. And I had you on there as one of my top 5 switch flippers. And everyone was just roasting me for not putting John Dixon in. But I'm like, yo, go look at my man's resume. Like those switch flips are straight gas. And that one was amazing. And if it was top 6, John Dixon probably would have been 6, by the way. But I wasn't sleeping on him. But Furby switch flips can't be beat, man.
They're the real deal.
No worries. Thank you guys. Hell yeah.
So eventually you end up parting ways with Deathwish and Supra. How did things come to an end with your sponsors at the time? And how's your relationship with those guys now?
Yeah, so pretty much like at the time, like I really like I had a feeling because like little by little like everybody just started like just going their way and like pretty much like kicking everybody out. I remember like because Antoine was the first one to go, and once I like saw that, like wait, what? Literally, and Antoine was like, damn, like maybe I might be next or Moose might be next.
Mm-hmm.
First it was Deathwish. No, first it was Crew. I got dropped by Crew, and then it was Supra, then Deathwish, I believe.
Damn.
It was like, yeah, but it's all good. But like, yeah, I'm still cool with those guys. Like, I just really haven't talked to them. But like, if I see them in the streets, like, we'll still skate and stuff. You know, because at the end of the day, I already know like everything was all business, so I have nothing against them.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Were you still skating like at a high level at the time, or do you feel like you were still skating hard, but it was out of nowhere, or was it like you were chilling, or you had some different interests and you saw it coming?
Yeah, I saw it coming. I kind of saw it coming because they weren't really like inviting us to like the demos and like the autograph signing, so I already knew like what was up because they had all like this new cast coming in too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. Like, you know, like one skater dies out, and then like you got the new hot skater coming in. So
yeah,
it
turnover
happens, so.
can be quick
Yeah.
sometimes, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
yeah, no, but it's all good.
Yeah, that sucks, but I mean, shit, it's part of the game. It's good that you didn't take it personally or anything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so these days you talked about it a bit, but are you riding for anyone now, or are you just kind of chilling, doing your own thing outside of skateboarding?
Yeah, well, I pretty much like once Deathwish dropped me, like I pretty much started my own little skate brand, doing skateboards called Yes Sir Skateboards,
Sick.
and that's one of the boards back here, the one with the verbs right here, with
Sick.
the Sprite bottle with the
Nice.
lean. Oh yeah, for the culture.
That's what's up, man. So what's next for Furby, man? What you got planned?
So right now, like one of my goals is like for sure to drop like at least a couple more skate parts,
Mm-hmm.
and of course still keep skating. But like I feel like right now I'm just like I'm taking a break from it all, you know, just from the industry, just getting back to, you know, like a normal life for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But now most stuff like I'm still trying to get out there. Oh, you know what's funny? Like the other day, the Sugar Sports TM hit me up, so I don't know if he wants me like to like work with him or something, or like handle some business. I don't know what it is, but I got to get back to those guys. So I got to go
Hey,
back to
do
my
it, man.
roots, see where it starts again.
You should,
Yeah.
bro.
Full
Yeah.
circle. Yeah, the streets need some more nollie flips, man.
Trust
Yeah, no,
me, dog.
definitely, man. Hell yeah.
Cricket just actually texted me one more funny story. That back to that set that all right, nollie kicked in Baker 3. I think he's tripping. The nollie flip where I think he meant fakey ollie. Is that a 14 that you nollie healed and looked angry?
Oh yeah, that's the Santa Monica 14. Yeah,
Yeah, Samo High.
Samuel Haya.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
he said I think Cricket filmed your nollie flip. Do you remember the story from that one?
I believe I remember like I had a big old chip on that board, and when I landed, I believe it was like I did a little tic tac, but other than
Yeah.
that, I think that was like I think that's what he was trying to talk about, like
Yeah, Cricket
that
saying
I did it with a massive board or something.
we were smoking and he pulled out a bottle of Jack and started taking it down. I was like, bro, no way we're getting shit. And you did it in like 3 tries with a huge chip on your nose. So just
Oh,
another
man.
one. Another one for the people.
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, I remember we were like sometimes like we'll blaze a blunt or something, or like we'll take a little shot of a little Jack, or a little Monster, a little Red Bull, and sometimes that's how we'll be able to get some clips.
Built different, man. That's what's up.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, we were young. When you're like in your 20s, you know.
Yeah, shit. How old are you now?
I'm 38.
Nice. Bro, I know you still got some juice in those legs for some clips.
Oh man, hell yeah. Especially because like I play soccer still, so it's like my calves are still good, my legs are working, so I'm good.
Nice. Yeah, I looked at your Instagram yesterday. I saw that huge ollie you did. I don't know when that was. Just taking massive impact for no reason, pretty much. You like ollied off a launch over something. To
Over that what is it? It's like it was a shopping cart from the laundry marts. But I remember that one.
I can feel the heat from here.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost, and this week we're honored to be brought to you by the best boards in the game. You know it's Real Skateboards, with the dopest shapes and graphics, not to mention the best goddamn team in skateboarding. You know why me and Donald are Real gang. Real just dropped their summer one line, and it's full of bangers. A Keith Huffnagel Cathedral, a Guy Mariano inspired Nicole graphic, and tons more cool shit. I just got eyes on that new Haley board that ties into their new shoe, and that one goes crazy. Congrats on the shoe, by the way. Find Real at your local skate shop, including Labor, Urban, Skate 618 in the US, and Burling, OK Skate Co., The Circle, Paul Mile, and The Source in Canada. All right, we got one last little section here, a little rapid fire, right? So I got a bunch of questions, quick answers.
No worries.
Good?
Yes, sir.
All
Bring 'em
right,
on.
favorite skater,
Tom Penny.
favorite video,
And that was a photosynthesis.
favorite video
Nice.
part.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Right now, I'm gonna go. Damn. So I got so many, so it's a tough one for me. Damn. Seeing that Nija.
Naja?
Yeah,
Nice.
I get hyped up when I see when he just sends it, man. It's crazy. That dude can fucking. He got some balls.
Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting because, I mean, he skates a lot of rails. I thought you were going to pick someone who jumps more, but we'll take it. A Naja part. Favorite style?
Favorite style. I'm gonna say Mark Johnson.
Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
At the time, you know what? Because I used to watch a lot of Cyrus back in the day. I'm gonna go with Canteen Russell.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
Sick.
bro. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Him and Josh Casper actually were like,
Oh, we got to get Mr. Russell on the pod one day. He's such
yeah,
a legend.
man.
Mhm.
Who's the most talented skateboarder on planet Earth?
Sheesh, this one. I'm just gonna go with Louis Lopez.
Not a bad
Straight up.
answer.
Dude, just skate anything straight up.
Real
And that's my
talk.
boy right there.
Favorite trick.
Tray flip.
Hardest trick for you.
Ingrid Hill.
Tough one.
Most illegal trick.
A U-turn. Nah, it'll be damn. Just anything that has like a late flip, I believe. It's illegal.
What's the favorite clip you ever got?
Favorite clip I ever got. Damn. That I got?
Yeah.
Damn, man. Of all the clips, my favorite one is that fake flip to 15.
Ooh.
That one, yeah, that was like, I love that clip till this day.
I was in the crew full fucking phase zip up too, right?
Yeah. The TK, the TK.
Yeah.
Pulled up.
What's the worst trend you've been a part of?
Would say they're wearing the tight pants, kind of. Wearing tight pants. That was probably the worst mistake I've ever done.
What's the gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed?
Darkest trick, man. I've seen some shit, so this one's gonna see. Let me see. I've had so many sessions with like good people. I think Cameron Roman, when he did this like nollie back 180 off this big old drop in Vienna. I remember that one.
Oh, where his arms
was-
don't
yeah.
move.
Yeah, that one, bro. I
Yeah.
was there.
That was so sick.
Yeah, that was a sick ass clip.
That was. What's the one trick that got away?
I tried to fake it front side flip to 15 right after the fakey flip, but I didn't stick it. I didn't stick it, but like I felt like I could have done it, but my board chipped. Then we got kicked out by security, and I never went back. Yeah,
Damn, G.
and I almost did I remember I did stick it one time at the 10 Worcester. Beagle filmed it. It was a switch front side 360 hill flip. It's like a switch. I used to call it the switch chopper.
Damn.
Yeah,
That would have been crazy.
that one got away. I did stick it like twice. So T-Bo was there taking the sequence too. I remember Baker Days.
Sick.
And that was
Shout
up
out
below.
Teebs.
Yeah.
Yeah, another fun fact I got from cricket.
Yeah.
Speaking of frontside half cab flips,
Yeah.
he said the one you did down Hollywood 12
Yeah.
was actually on
Yeah.
Jeff Rowley's board. Fun
Yeah.
fact for the people.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. The faking Prince out flip, yup.
Yeah.
Damn. I remember I was on flip flow too. Crazy.
Oh
Shit,
shit!
man.
You were on flip flow,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
when you did it
I
on his
remember.
board?
Yeah, Raptor Sugar Sports. Then it was flip flow, then Baker flow, then Death Wish. Yeah,
That's
Nice.
crazy, man.
Shout out Rowley. What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
I've had a couple homies that I always talked up their ass. Like, all right,
What's the worst one?
I did have somebody. One of my homies said like they wanted a nollie flip El Toro. I believe they told me one time, but they were probably
you're
drunk.
lying.
Yeah, no, they were probably so drunk.
Who does this person have a
He's
name?
lying, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah. Then this guy was like, I don't know if he still skates, but it's one of my homies, Rollo. But, yeah,
Oh,
this guy
Rollo's
was fucking
fucking capping,
talk so
bro.
crazy when like he'll drink his Jameson. So I remember
And
one
he's
day
saying
he
that to
put
you,
that out.
one of the best nollie
Yeah,
flippers
yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
Shout
said it
out
as a
Rollo.
joke, but like he was serious. Like, yo, I'm gonna nollie flip like on Toro, bro. I'm like, all right, bro, well, do it, man.
Bro, how
But
do
I
you even
knew he was
accept
like
that?
drunk out of his mind, so I was like, okay,
Yeah, he must have been.
I'll still
bro.
hype him up.
yeah.
Bro,
Oh shit, Rolo. Oh,
nollie flipped it.
Shout
what's
out
the
Rollo.
last?
That's the best claim we've ever heard, bro.
Yeah, that's the biggest one right there. What's the last new trick you learned?
Recently, I've learned car flips. Yeah,
Sick.
that's a new one for me.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that's my weakness too. I can't really hard flip, but I
That's
learned
what's
those.
up. Better late than never.
Yes, sir.
Dream job after skating.
Yes, just work at a casino.
Yeah,
That's fire.
that's a good one. That's a new one. Favorite local brand.
Well, the homie Cosmic Butter.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Yes, sir. Skate wax. The homies. SB photos
Hell yeah.
That's
coming
awesome.
through with it. So little by little, yo.
Favorite local skater?
Ooh, Rhino Barrel.
Nice.
That's my dog
Nice.
right there.
What's the one sponsor you regret riding for?
It's a tough one. But dude, just because of the quality of the wheels, I'm gonna say 550 wheels. But no disrespect to the homie Dan, but he hooked it up. But 550 wheels, yeah, they're from East Coast, but they're rubber wheels, bro, and it's like damn, right? Can't really mess with them.
That's awesome.
Shit. Favorite teammate ever?
Ooh, well, I'm gonna have to say to Antoine.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
got it. You got it.
Yeah, man.
Who's your worst teammate ever?
That was pretty easy. Sorry, King. Lister King. Just because like Lister King, man, he was like back in the day he was a little harsh, he was like in the green room, man, so those guys didn't really shower, man, so they really kind of stunk. They had a crazy stench, so I couldn't really, man. Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah.
Shit, this guy in the green room.
But bad love for him, still got love for him, but
that's not what I was expecting.
That's
For the reason. That's
good for
crazy.
you, yo.
Worst company?
Whew.
worst company. It was a tough one. I don't like talking bad about anybody. But if I would pick one, I would say, oh, sorry, Nigel, Marquisa.
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's just like it was like wallet company and stuff, but it was like I
Okay.
don't know. It was P Rod's little thing. But it is.
Oh, Ferb said sorry, Nigel.
I know. My bad. But yeah, I didn't.
Oh shit! Is it still going,
It shouldn't even been a brand. Huh?
bro? God, stick a fork in them, yo.
Oh shit.
If
Ferb
they
ain't
ain't done,
playing.
they done now.
Worst trend?
Oh, right now, damn! It's everybody having that Edgar cut, like that bowl cut, dude. Like,
What is it?
It's like an Edgar cut. It's like I don't know what type of haircut, but it's like a bowl cut type, or like a fade, or like a taper. But, yeah, that trend is horrible right now.
That shit.
Or like the one with like the little, everybody has a little like eyelash right here, like the little slash.
Oh
on the
yeah. Yeah.
Like come on, bros.
I like that one.
Which skaters got the worst style?
Oh man, remember growing up, I would hate watching Roger Mancha. I don't know if you guys know. But yeah, Roger Mancha, just because of the way he'll like push in his hand.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
horrible.
Coming for the OG.
Yeah, my bad, OG. I know Roger Mancha. But yeah,
He's a big ass dude, man.
yeah,
love
yeah,
the
that's
ma-
yo.
I love the my bad.
Yeah,
It's
man,
like
and
the
no
same as
disrespect,
the
but like,
yeah, no disrespect. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say it's like
yeah,
no
man,
disrespect,
sad.
but
I don't know if
all
you know sad.
disrespect.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, Furby, we got one more. Who's the last skater you want on the sesh?
The last year I went on a skate sesh.
Yeah, like who do you not want to see? Who do you not fuck with? Who if you're like trying to
Oh
switch
man,
big heel Carlsbad and someone comes, you're like fuck
to
that
tell the
person.
truth, man, this is Jim Greco, straight up.
Oh,
Just- nope, can't be around, bro.
oh,
What's the
Yeah.
story there? Sounds like
Man, it's just I don't know what it is, but like I can't take that guy serious. Like he wears extensions and like makeup and stuff, and like you know what I mean?
oh,
I hear you, bro. I hear you. That's crazy.
Yeah,
damn!
Oh,
that's not my vibe, you know.
No
Yeah.
hesitation.
No worries. But yeah,
But you guys must have been boys at one point, no?
yeah. Traveled the world
just
together,
for a little bit.
Yeah. Just wasn't the vibe,
But
though.
then
huh?
he just dude's a weirdo sometimes. So whatever, you gotta respect his whatever his life is.
Let him do his thing on a different
Yep.
session. You know?
You know, everybody got their own lives, their own worlds.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, Furby, man, I can't thank you enough for, battling through our technical difficulties and sticking it out and making this interview happen with us, man. Long time coming. We're massive fans of yours over here, and we appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
Nah, no worries, Donovan. I appreciate you guys. J2, man. And Ghost. You already know, bros.
My
Yes,
dog.
sir.
Oh, I almost forgot. Our friend Adam Reviglia, he watches your Via Marina part all the time. It's his favorite part ever. And he wanted me to tell you that and to shout him out. And while we're shouting homies out that love you, Cody Brown as well. So
I
Adam
was
and
going to
Cody
say, if you had
in
have
Toronto.
shouted Adam and not Cody,
I saw Adam
trouble.
the other day, and he literally was like, "Yo, tell Furby what up," basically. So
That's
Damn,
what's up.
that's what's
Massive
up.
fans over
Hey,
here.
man, love
in
to
Toronto,
the homie right there, man. Hell yeah.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickie's Skateboarding. Quality workwear since 1922. From the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickie's, man. All right, Ghost, who we got up first?
first up, my mom making another appearance in the post office. Country skate. I say, friend Donovan, I wanted to ask about the Noah T cross-country skate trip. Can you get him to check in with the Bunt every so often so we can hear how it's going? I think he's been mentioned often enough on the pod over the years that people may want to catch some of this. I know I do.
I know I do too, man. I would love for Noah to tap in with us every now and then. Although I think technology isn't Noah Tyne's strong suit, so I don't even know what he's taking with him on this cross-country skate trip.
Yeah.
But Noah, if you hear us, man, tap in, brother.
Yeah, I don't think Noah's had a phone for a number of years now. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Last I heard, Thomas Morrison was like going back and forth with him, but it was only via email. So if Noah can find a computer in different provinces and hit us up, just be safe out there, brother. I hope you're ready. And if you need wheels before you leave, hit us up. Hook you up with some wheels, because Tom said he didn't have extra wheels or anything. I'm like, yo, is he just going with a sandwich and a
Dude,
and
what
his-
is the
his
plan?
setup?
I don't know who I was talking to, but like, how do you plan for this, dude? Like,
I don't know, but hopefully
I
there's
hope he
a plan
does
in
it.
place, Noah. This ain't just cruising through DT, man.
I think that's what he thinks it is. But we'll see, man. Yeah, Noah, hit us up before you go, man. We'd love to get you suited up, dude.
Real shit.
All right. Next up, we've got an email from Nicholas Sepshin. That episode with Appleyard was so fun. Question. I'm curious if you guys, as people with passionate hobbies that involve keeping up with media, if you've noticed a steep decline in your consumption throughout adulthood, even before having kids. I remember a music critic named Anthony Fantano pointing out that most people's music taste seems to stay frozen once they're out of college. And as someone who graduated last year, I've already noticed myself keeping up with new music a lot less. To a smaller extent, it's happened to me with skating as well. I guess the fact that a lot of these dudes are younger than me now makes me interact with videos a bit differently.
Yeah. I've never been a big music person to begin with, so like probably the wrong person to ask that. But as far as skating, I feel like I still take in roughly the same amount of skating. It's harder to take shit in multiple times now, as opposed to back in the day when you just get a video and watch it 1,000 times. But I try and keep up. But I hear your point, overall point. Probably just everyone has a little less time to like nerd out on shit as you get older.
Yeah, the part that resonated most with me there was your choices being frozen in time, which is definitely true. Like, we watch a lot less like younger, new skating. Definitely prefer the older stuff. But yeah, same with music, man. I think my music taste has been locked in for a long time. Just fucking Drizzy Drake and some grime, man. It's literally all it is.
Yeah, real shit. There's still some, gigs, Cameron, same old crap on my songs. I feel that with the NBA to a certain degree, but I still watch the league, but I feel like I resonate less with the players today. Like I think we were talking about that the other day when Tyrese Halliburton was worried about getting accused of aura farming if he did the choke sign again, and I'm just like, that's just not something we ever said back in the day. But then like it's funny, like I watched the draft. Like I remember being at home watching Kevin Durant get drafted. It was the Brook Lopez draft, and like Robin Lopez, and just remembering all these dudes, and you're the same age as them, within a year or so. So it's like those are the guys. It's gonna be weird when all those guys are out of the league and it's only like a new generation. But
dude, the transfer from like looking up to them to being the same age as them to being older than them is definitely a crazy transition.
Yeah,
just watching your dreams slowly drift away, man.
They're not dreams, but I know what you mean. Like just being like, oh, I'm his age. Like it's so cool to like watch.
No, like when you're a kid, you dream of playing in the league, and like it's a real dream up until you're 38 and older than everyone in the league. Still, a couple years ago, there was a glimmer of hope. I might suit up for the Leafs at one point.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's where we're different. I don't think I ever dreamed of playing in the NBA. But
you need to dream bigger then.
Oh god. It is funny though when some like 22-year-old, but they always seem more mature just because like they've got a lot on their shoulders at a young age. But it is funny, the closer to 40 we get, and these fools keep being like the same.
But every sports league is getting younger as well. Like these athletes, I feel like when we were younger, that the NBA and NHL definitely had some like majority was like 30-year-old players. Now it's 20s.
Yeah, I think the Thunder are the youngest team average age to make the finals in NBA history. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
That's crazy.
Sign of where we're headed.
Not sure we answered that question at all, but we said something.
Yeah, we tried. All right. Next up, we got an email from Michael Kerslake. Ultimate Mixtape. Yes, lads. Long time listener, first time caller. I know you guys have a strong appreciation for skate video soundtracks and mixtapes from the early 2000s. My question would be, what would your ultimate 2000s skate rap mix be? 10 tracks to keep it easy. God damn it. We might need to cut that down to 5. Can be a great song skater matchup where the music and person complement each other perfectly, like Stevie Williams in the DC video. A section that made heads dig into the artist catalog, Welsh, Free Your Mind, or possibly something that caught people off guard at the time, but now they can appreciate it in retrospect. The Chief and Chomp on this. Basically some good old-fashioned nostalgia farming. Expecting some Dipset. Yeah. I've attached one. I've started now for reference. Hope you guys are feeling it. Would be psyched to hear yours if you get the time. Love, Mike from the UK still. Holy shit, there's a PS that's even longer than the email. Check that out after.
It's a really nice PS, man. Thank you, Mike, for sending that over. It means a lot. When I first saw this, I thought it would be harder than usual. But if we're just picking skate video soundtrack, like we can do that, no problem.
Let's go one.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Back and forth, yeah.
It's got to be Anthony Van Engelen in the DC video. Stormtrooping, I think it was called. I might get called out for this. But you know the one. It was fucking epic with all the crooks around the bend at USC. Love that track.
Damn, I wish I just had like an old MP3 player.
The whole thing would be good to go.
Too easy. Let me go with. I actually didn't love this song, but he just put Dipset in my head. I was trying to think of one, but Paul Trepp in Strange Brew, I think, had a skated to Dipset And actually, no, let me switch it because I actually didn't like that track. But I'll stick to Paul Trepp and RDS video.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know what you were talking about.
ASAP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? T.I. baby.
Next up, I will go with Dandra Hobel in Free Your Mind. Was he in? It was Free Your Mind, right?
Yeah.
The most expensive track in a skate video of all time. Someone told us.
Davis.
Was that Davis? Oh yeah, it was one of his stupid hints, wasn't it?
Oh, careful there.
Classic.
Yeah, you won that one, man. You should be hyped.
I did.
Pretty sure.
I did.
Yeah, that was a great one. That's one of those ones where, like you said, it got you thinking outside or like looking into a new artist. At least for me. In that vein, let me stay on my Paul Trepp. I don't think I knew who Immortal Technique was before Trepp skated to them in Top Dollar.
Oh, classic.
And then remember that was Immortal Technique, right? Because he had two versions of it. Pretty sure. But anyways, I remember then there was a whole like phase. Like remember Bass used so much Immortal Technique on Bass Motion after that.
Dude.
I maybe should fact check that, but I'm pretty sure he skated to Immortal Technique.
Heath Kirchart, Sight Unseen. Classic.
Oh, classic.
As good as it gets right there.
Can't go wrong with that.
Oh, that song was awesome.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna back that up with Tosh. Sight Unseen. I don't remember
Sight Unseen
what it's called now, but the tracks were too good.
Was an awesome
Cardiel's track too.
Yeah. Frig, I had the next one. Oh,
that's how Mason beat us. It was Tosh's song.
Yep. We'll go with. Shit, it was in my head. Now it's gone. I had the next one. You know when you have the next one, and I was already working on the next one, and now I've lost the current one. Oh, Costin. Yeah, right. Had every like kid outside of Los Angeles banging that shit hard, man.
I thought you were gonna say McCrank, but I feel like that just came up like. In the last
That's you.
Days.
You're more of the McCrank one. Not so much.
Let's go with some. Basically any Appleyard track. Sorry, Every Me, Every You.
Dude,
Al Green,
classic.
Ain't No Sunshine in digital. And let's go with Fabrizio Santos and Adelmo Jr. and Faja.
You just hit 2 in a row?
Whoa.
You couldn't wait. You're going to lose it, eh?
Yeah.
P-Rod. Yeah, right. Made You Look. Classic. Dude, there's so many, man. Like, the skating makes you like the track even more, too, obviously, right?
Yeah. Song listened to 5,000 times because of the part. Beanie Siegel, Mac Bitch, Scott Kane, 41163. That one was bumping in your car for like a year straight.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Terry Kennedy on video. Take Over by Jay-Z. Gangsta. All right, I think that's enough. Yeah, is that enough tracks? Shit, we could go on. We need actually someone build this list for us if you can. That sounds like something I'd like to listen to.
Yeah, real shit.
All right, next up we've got an email from John Metz. Hello, Barn Arsonists. Day One Club here in Boise, Idaho. Question for you guys. You get invited by Heath Kirchart to go whitewater rafting in Idaho. It's you two and Heath. Each of you gets to pick 3 pros to go on the week-long trip down the middle fork of the Salmon River here in Idaho. The only stipulation is the pros have to be guys who have had a pro shoe out at one time or another. Who are you picking for this ultimate adventure? Respect on Canada and all the bunters. John from Boise. P.S. I actually guide white rafts in Idaho. Let's call Vans and make this happen.
Damn. Who goes first? It's a battle.
Are we trying to survive or just have a good time? Is this like a dangerous place to whitewater raft or something?
I don't know, but whitewater rafting just sounds dangerous. I'd done it once back in the day. It's really fun. Yeah. Okay, I'll go first. I only have one in my mind. I'm gonna go with Appleyard for the vibes.
Oh, that is huge vibes.
And you know that fool's traveled the world. He's got a bit of Kenny Reed in him.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be out in Egypt and fucking all over the place. But yeah, he's probably somewhat familiar with some crazy outdoorsiness. And you know the vibes will be immaculate. They
will be, man. He'll forget your name, but it's all good. I'll just go Curran, Jake, and Mason. 3 friends out on the whitewater raft, just having a good time. If it's our last time, then fuck it, we went down with the homies, man.
Yeah, you guys aren't surviving that first fucking set of
we'll put Jake in charge.
Rapids. Okay, you just went 3-piece. I'm gonna go Appleyard. I'll do a similar 3-piece, but where I could just be the younger homie, just getting all the stories. I'm gonna go with Appleyard, Jeff Rowley, Arto. You know what I'm saying? Just get all the stories I could ever want and more.
Bro, their tracks in Sorry were unreal too, Arto. The Bowie track, and then Rowley had the Beatles track. Is that the Beatles? The Walrus? Whatever it was.
I don't know.
Unreal.
But yeah, that'd be good times with Heath. Then I'd just be like the random younger homie chilling. Like, hey, what was it like when you 50'd that rail?
All right. Moving on.
All right. Next up, we got an email from Christian Fuentes. What's good, Bunt Boys? Hope you're all doing well. I've actually been wondering who J Boogie Burls is because I don't remember him getting mentioned in all the older seasons. I don't have social media, so I have no idea what's going on 90% of the time in this digital world we live in. Anyways, I got 2 questions for y'all. One, I started skating in 2010 and full-length videos were still coming out, but definitely started dying out around 2014-15. That was the last time I went to a signing at my local shop. What would you say was the last big full-length video? I'm a huge music nerd and wanted to know what album made a big impact on you during your teens that you still listen to consistently to this day. Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick came out in my freshman year, and I still get chills when I listen to it to this very day. I would love to hear Ants. Oh yeah, Ants one. I'd love to hear Ants' answer since I know he's also a music nerd. Thanks for always keeping me entertained while I'm at work. Much love, and shout out to BLX Skate Shop and Mortal Skate Shop in Tucson, Arizona. Tucson. Yeah,
Tucson, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. that sounds way better. Oh, yo, fuck. Tucson. Not bad.
Yeah.
Tucson?
Tucson. All right, J Boogie Burls is the man behind bringing the Bunt to video. So if you're one of the YouTube watchers, YouTube subscribers, that is thanks to the mastermind, Jay Burrows, producer extraordinaire behind us coming to life, man. Last big full-length video, and I'm out of question. Most important full-length video to you?
Fuck, I thought about this for like 30 seconds the other day when I saw it, and I was drawing a blank.
30 seconds, dude. You really put some thought into that.
Yeah.
Last big one, man. I guess the primitive one was massive.
That's the only one that popped into my head.
Yeah.
Primitive, Define, Carlos, Curtin.
But that's the one with P-Rod first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was spectacular. Oh, Baker had a massive one, didn't they? Baker 4. The thing felt like it was 2 hours long. All right, most important full-length video to you?
Oh, like what? From back in the day?
Yeah, whenever. Could be newer.
Or recent.
Like if you could only watch one forever from now on, what's the one?
Sorry.
That's a hell of an answer. I was gonna say Fulfill the Dream.
Oh. Can't go wrong with either.
Vibes. All right. What's with all the music questions today, man? What's your album?
Teens, damn. The two that popped into my head were before I was a teenager, but I remember I bought Lude, Dr. Dre's album. Fucking which
one with the black and green one?
Yeah, was it just a weed leaf on the front?
Yeah. Classic.
Was that the Chronic or was that Aftermath? Or
that's got to be the Chronic. It's got the green leaf on it. Let's see. If you're so bad with music, you got to refrain from asking us music questions.
Whichever one came out in like 99 or I think 99. That
was an awesome cover though.
It was the one with Still Dre and everything.
Oh, it's just called 2001.
Oh yeah, was it 2001?
Yeah. It came out in 99, but it was called 2001.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
For me, it would be Diplomatic Immunity 2. That's when the love for the Dipset just popped right off, man.
Yo, real shit. Oh, another one was same year, I think, actually, was Eminem's album. Or maybe it was the year after.
Oh, that was for them white boys, yo.
That was for everyone at the time.
Bro.
Probably like 10. What was that one called?
I don't know. Marshall Mathers or something like that?
Yeah, anyways.
Let's see. Shit was crazy. Oh, first one was called Infinite? Or there's some shady LP.
Yeah, probably that one. Yeah, it's funny thinking about like getting that when it came out and that Dre album and stuff. And then like I was 9, 10-ish. And then thinking about like my brother still can't watch like certain movies and stuff that just have too much like action in them. I'm like, yo.
You heard some crazy shit.
Same dad, but the rules have changed.
Yeah, a little more strict these days around the kids, man. All right, last email of the week. It's a voice note from Jake Leonard. Let's take a goddamn listen.
What's up, Bunt boys? I haven't actually messaged him for a while. This is Jake Leonard from Bristol, UK. Just wanted to fucking give a quick mention out to Braden Stefanski, who I think gets quite a lot of hate. Including for myself sometimes, to be completely honest with you. But his Baker 3 part is actually fucking really good. Like, every time I watch it, I'm fucking reminded that he's actually a fucking bad man. Like, the Black Sabbath song over the top of it as well is absolutely fucking sick. So, like, yeah. Big ups to Braden Stefanski, basically. Even though he's on some weird outfits, whatever. Big ups to him. I also just really wish that, like, with that kickflip kickflip backside shift he does over the fucking Santa Monica triple, which is absolutely fucking bonkers. He'll be better if he wasn't wearing that headband, but hey ho, this is the world we live in. So, yeah, big ups, Braden.
In the fuck? All right. What do you think about kickflip shifties, man?
I don't know if I've gone on my shifty rant before on here, but I actually kind of hate them.
Of course.
But yo, that dude, is KGZ from Bristol? Because he sounded exact. That accent was like I was listening to like a white.
I think KGZ has a
tattoo
tattoo of where he's from on his leg. I always forget what it is.
I feel like if it's not where that dude's from, it can't be far off because they have the exact same like accent. Shout out KGZ, legend. Oh, and new father.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. Big thing. Oh yeah, shifty flips.
Shifty, yeah.
Unless you fucking bring it all the way back and you shifty it at least 90. Like, I don't want to see it. And like, I know it's crazy that Braden did it down a triple, but I never liked that one. I thought he didn't turn backside enough, you know? And there's people
Dude,
that
he has been stingy on his shifties over the years.
who
You know? Him. Braden.
Braden, yeah. There's shifty. Okay, Reynolds has done some great ones, but he also sometimes doesn't bring it back enough. And he's like, if you're doing a frontside shifty flip, but you still end up riding away that way, you got to do it again.
Dude, I'm blanking his name, but who's the homie he's on Death Wish that was doing him at Glory Challenge?
Oh, fuck. His are beast. Yuri.
That's how you shifty flip, dude. He's going over almost past 90 and then bringing that shit back. That's the shifty flips we're looking for.
Yeah, I remember seeing a couple in videos recently, and I was like, yo, I fucking hate shifty flips. Just stop doing them. But then you'll see a Yuri one, or like, but even I've seen Yuri do it, not come back all the way, but he's got one of the best ones for sure. But the best shifty flip I've ever seen in my life, hands down, was Wes Kramer. He fucking, you know the Barcelona wave
frontside
spot?
flipped.
But he switched. It was switched too. But he goes like almost 180 and goes all the way back. Like that's cool. That looks cool. But fucking when you only go like 20 degrees, there's people that kickflip backside. Like Bobby sometimes when he just kickflips on flat, he shifties it. But he doesn't call it a shifty flip. It just, but then people want to like call that another trick. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't
it's the
like
same with
flips.
the pop shove reverse, man.
Yeah.
Some people aren't really pop shoving. You know, you're supposed to go all the way and pull it back, but it's one of those iffy tricks, man.
Yeah. I don't want to say fuck shifty flips completely, but like 90% of shifty flips I usually don't like.
Well, Braden got his love.
Yo, Grant, nollie flip. Like he would shifty the fuck out of those, but
it
just says nollie flip.
Backside.
Yeah. But he's not like, nollie backside shifty flip. But then PJ Ladd would do those like nollie backside shifty heel flips. Which I remember we all probably tried to learn back in the day.
And they probably looked awesome doing them on flat. But short post office this week, you know, only a couple weeks left in the season. So get your emails, voice notes, and videos. And if you want to send your clips over, we'll check those out too. thebuntlive@gmail.com.
Okay, but last thing real quick. I felt like we just we shit on shifty flips and we didn't say anything about Braden. I just said I didn't like his triple set one. So let's say something nice about Braden on the way out. What you got?
I always loved his Kids in America part.
I always loved his how am I blanking on like one of the great skate videos? Not
This is skateboarding?
This is skateboarding.
You must have really loved it.
I did. And he had the crazy like random beat he skated to, flip back lip in a couple rails. I think that was my favorite Braden section ever, even though he got better later, but shout out.
Dude,
Braden.
he had a great flip in. Really good flick. Yeah, he definitely got way more tech and combo-y towards the end of his career. If, you know, that happens.
Yeah. A lot of skill.
All right. Post office next week. Let's fucking see the emails. This is the rundown, the Skateboard World Source for Sports. The conference finals are over. It's championship season now. I mean, I think I say this every week, but I'm so hyped. We've been here from the beginning of the playoffs, and now we're going to see it to the end. We know who the final matchups are. I think the Ghost went 4 for 4 on his picks. Indy, OKC, Florida, Edmonton. I went 1 for 4 on mine, but luckily built such a big lead in the early rounds that it's unattainable for Safa to come back, I think. Of the two series, which one do you think will go longer?
Damn, that's a great question because
ultimately, this is what we want. We don't want a 5-game series. If there's a sweep, that's a colossal failure. But we don't want 5 games. We need 6 or 7 out of both of these.
Yeah, that's an easy answer, actually. Hockey, most likely to go longer. Florida, I mean, I must be a spoiler with my picks right now. Edmonton's coming to lay the smackdown, but the defending champs ain't going to go down without a fight. So who's got home ice?
It's a great question. Let me double check that for you. This is like the longest travel as well. Florida to Edmonton is a hell of a trek. Edmonton with home ice.
Oh. Edmonton closes it out on the road in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the clubs, straight to the strip clubs in Miami.
Oh, quick off sports question. If you were the Edmonton Oilers, would you rather win in Florida? I think that's a hell yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're gonna be up 3-1, and then they're gonna
lose it at home.
And then they're gonna let it go back. No, actually, no, 3-1's too aggressive.
Dude, think about the glory, because they could win in Florida, spend the night there, just do whatever they want, and then they go home in the morning or the next day, whenever it is. Like, that's as good as it gets right there. Spend the night in Florida.
Oilers in 6, baby.
Okay, let's not go past the conference finals first. Minnesota, OKC, colossal letdown from the T-Wolves. What was the biggest thing in this series? Like, what caused it to be such a blowout?
Well, slightly concerning. This is 2 years in a row where we've seen Ant get to the conference finals, and last year he had no legs left. This year, it didn't. I don't think his legs.
Bro, what does that mean? He's like in his 20s.
I know, that's what doesn't make sense.
The fuck you mean he ain't got no legs left, bro? It means he ain't got no heart left.
He said it himself, man. But last year it made more sense because he came off that insane game set, like 7-game series with Denver. And then he said he was gassed. Those are just his words. I'm not like saying
40-year-old LeBron James has been going for deep runs in the playoffs for how long? His whole career.
Yeah.
This guy's 23 or something. He said, shit, man. Last year, just had no legs. Bro, that's not an excuse. And then this year, at the press conference, he was like, just kind of like happy with what happened. He's like, happy to go on these runs. Like, bro, these runs might dry up, fam.
Yeah, but he's young and dumb, man. So, and I don't mean that. I mean that. I'm not saying he's dumb, but just the saying "young and dumb." That's just like the energy he gave is like the Thunder when they made it to the finals in 2012, and all anyone could talk about was like, this is the future of the league. Like they'll be back. Like they've got, what's the over under on rings? Probably 3.5, 2.5, and they never went back. So hopefully that doesn't happen to Ant and them boys.
Bro, look at the Boston core. Same thing. Jaylen Brown said we go in 1, 2, 3. He went talking all this trash, and they got one, luckily, but like getting that one is extremely fucking hard, man.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, when he was a rookie, I think he said he was going to win like 5 championships by the time he was 28 or something.
It's insane. And now his whole core is going to be different next year. So I think Minnesota, man, maybe they ain't the dogs that I thought they were.
Well, I honestly just think they ran in. Like, I don't want to shit on them too hard, but like after OKC was the number 1 team all year, like there was a tier difference. The Celtics were probably in that tier, but their inconsistency with how much they rely on threes, I think OKC was a notch above, and it was theirs to lose basically all year. But they had to have that crazy like growing up experience, and that was the Denver series. So once they got through that, now no one scares them. Nothing, like there's nothing in their path except for injury that can stop them, and that's just what Minnesota ran into. And then let's not forget on the other side, the Lakers, probably not as good. Like that's one of the classic franchises where they're so overhyped by the media. That sometimes you forget. Like I forget too because I have LeBron PTSD. But I think now looking back, we can say that Lakers team was not a great team. So they get through them in 5, and then Steph goes down. So they got to the conference finals in 10 games, and they weren't really challenged that much, right? And then on the other side, you got this all-time. I think if they win the championship, we'll look back at this OKC team as one of the best teams in the last 25 years, right? With the with the fucking some of those Warriors teams, not as good as that, but this defense is just like anytime you tune into a game, it's just so evident on the screen. Like guys can't even fucking dribble half the time without getting picked. So I think Minnesota should still be hyped. They got that far, but
no,
I don't blame them for losing in 5 to a team that's just in another
No,
tier.
obviously not, but
Sometimes
seems like
that's what it is.
In the final 2 games of the series, like he's shying away kind of, man. Like he had 16 points and 19 points where he just kind of like gave up. It's like, bro, they need you to be in the 30s every game. Like it's evident. You need to be taking these shots. You can't be passing. Like you need to be the one shooting. Like Randall was doing his part. Randall's getting dirty. Gobert, that guy is on the milk carton too, man. He just, no one knows where he went either. It was just, I was disappointed that it wasn't more of a fight. Obviously, like outmatched with talent, but like they had superstars, man. Like,
I hear you. I hear you. But I also just looking at the rosters next to each other, I'm like, all right, you got Ant, you got Randall, and then it's like you got some dope pieces, but Mike Conley's fucking a senior citizen in NBA years, and he's your starting point guard. Jaden McDaniels, like he had some great moments in the Lakers series, but look at it, he's like a 12-point per game kind of guy. Like, if they had to win Game 4 when their bench went nuclear, that the series ended right there, because going back to OKC, bench guys usually don't play as good on the road. You knew there was no way those guys were going to be able to recreate what they did the game before. So it was all on Ant and Randall, and they struggled. But the only thing, it's like, I'm not trying to give them an excuse, but I just think the Thunder are that much better than them. That 5 games made perfect sense to me. But I hear you. I also wish he went down firing a little more. But have you ever played a hockey game where you're just like, holy fuck, like you feel like you can't even like go up the ice without the puck getting taken from you, where it's just a different level. You at some point, like at halftime down 30, you're like, yo, this game is over and there's nothing I can do about it, even if I start launching threes from half court just to get shots up.
Yeah, you definitely feel that, but people look to this guy to be the face of the NBA.
But that's just bullshit.
Sometimes
man.
You just want him to, you know, go down fighting, and there were games where you're like, maybe he's not even going down fighting. But like you said, this was a perfect playoffs for OKC to get through Denver, and then to kind of have like a lighter series in the finals so they can rest up. You know, they're chilling, they're waiting to see who they're playing in the finals. It's a picture perfect for OKC, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think that they'll be unstoppable from here on out. But in the East, Indy and the Knicks, the series realistically was lost in Game 1. If they don't blow that lead in Game 1, it's a whole different series. Like, then they end up losing both games at home. They're playing catch up. They're stunned by still the going down 0-2. And hats off to Indy. Congrats to Niall Lovett, the biggest Pacers fan in the skateboard world. Obviously, probably nursing a hangover this Sunday morning, and rightfully so. Yeah, outmatched. They're just too deep, and it seemed like New York didn't have a problem scoring, but either did Indy, man. They were scoring at will. They could not stop them. Pascal Siakam, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, getting easy buckets all the time.
Conditioning.
Dude, it wasn't even close, man.
Yeah, wicked series. One thing about these playoffs that is kind of frustrating, and I think it's just the way the game's changed with the 3-point shot just being like so prevalent, is that we're getting a lot of blowouts, but then the close games have been some of the best we've seen in years. Like in the first 3 rounds, like some of those, the first couple Pacers games where like 20-point leads aren't what they used to be. But goddamn, dude, sorry to take it back to Minnesota, but like, I think, was that 5 blowouts? OKC mopped the floor with them twice, and then they lost by 40.
A close game.
Yeah, then OKC lost by 40, and then it was like 2 more games that weren't close. So that sucks. But I want to shout out Indy and the Knicks for giving us most of the best games of the playoffs this year, because they both just had ridiculous comebacks in all their series. So close games have been some of the funnest ever, but the blowouts on the other hand are like, okay, you can turn these games off at halftime sometimes, but you don't, because 20-point leads can get erased. But yeah, it was just deeper team. I think I said this before, but last year the Pacers weren't taken as seriously because their defense wasn't there. So that's been the biggest difference, I think, this year is on the defensive end, being able to get some key stops. And Jalen Brunson, man, I don't know if he needs more help or something, but this last game, I feel like he struggled a bit, like getting picked at half court.
Cat couldn't get going. You needed Cat. One thing, especially in the last game, dude, Indy is just way faster than them. They literally are just faster runners. Every movement going end to end, they're just beating them. They're just out racing them. More energy, and it's probably because they're using more guys down the bench. Like they had, like the fourth big man was getting minutes. Like they passed Bryant, and then they went to Bradley. He got hurt. Then they went to the next guy. He got hurt, and then they went back to Bryant, and he bangs three threes in a huge moment. You're like, I thought we were done with this guy. I thought like Bryant was passed over, man. But everyone on that team made a big shot at some point. And TJ McConnell, man, boy, he you think you're gonna like get one over on him when TJ comes in. Like it's the easier of the ball handlers, and he'll make you pay too, man.
He's a beast. And that's 2 games in a row where they gave him the dare 3. Like,
but I honestly, I feel like that was almost just like blown coverages as well. And then they're like, I'm not going to run out there because he's going to shoot it. Like, it was just, they played bad defense, uncharacteristic of the Knicks. But like, I think it was more so just the Pacers playing better than them.
Yeah, bodies, man. And I'm very curious to see what happens next year with some of these rosters, because as we know, it's a copycat league. And we're so used to seeing 7-man rotations in the playoffs with previous champions, right? 7.5 maybe, where you got the last guy getting like 10, 15 minutes. But now the 2 finalists are the 2 deepest teams in the playoffs that play a legit, 8 guys. Pacers, I feel like,
I swear the Pacers are playing fucking 10 to 12 guys a night, dude.
But I'm talking about like 20-minute guys around that range,
fucking madness.
But yeah, the 2 deepest teams that entered the playoffs had made the finals. So I'm curious to see in this copycat league what happens next year. Like the Knicks are obviously the most obvious candidate. No, actually Denver. Holy shit, they were.
Yeah, they barely had a starting lineup.
Yeah, it was Westbrook and who else was coming off the bench? But yeah, them and the Knicks was like, I just couldn't see them going to the finals because you're gonna run out of gas. And as we saw, Joker was fucking exhausted in Game 7. Brunson and them, same thing last night. So yeah, exciting finals.
Dude, the 2 deepest, youngest, fastest, high scoring. What's the prediction?
OKC. I wanted to go 6 just for entertainment, but I could see OKC in 5. I could see OKC in 5. I mean, I could see a sweep. I wouldn't even be surprised. But let's go OKC in 5.
Once Chet starts rolling downhill and you got everyone else on the perimeter, like he's got his main man Hardenstein doing the hard work. Like the roster construction is perfect in OKC.
Yeah,
like
really
if you could add one thing to OKC, what would they need? The one thing is I find them a little bit small still, and that's what they said last year. So they got Hardenstein, which I love, but on the perimeter they're small. Like Kaysen Wallace, Shea's big for a point guard. I think he's 6'5", but like Shea, Caruso, Wallace, Dort, like they don't have that like 6'8" like Tobias Harris type of guy on the wing. Yeah, playing the 3.
Yeah, like a bit like Dort's undersized for sure. I don't know how tall he is, 6'4", 6'5", but I feel like a lot of teams have a 6'8" wing these days. Like your fucking Trey Murphys and Rui Hachimura's, like the 6'8" to 6'10" guys who somehow Jaden McDaniels is fucking 6'10", man, on the perimeter. But they clearly haven't needed it.
Yeah, I think that Indy stands a chance to extend this and make it a long series if they continue to use the full extent of their bench to keep the guys as fresh as possible. And I think they will, but I gotta go with OKC, man. It hurts to like.
Last night you were thinking about
I
Pacers.
want to. Yeah, this is why I don't bet with real money, because I always just bet with my heart. And I'm like, now that I've watched Indy do their thing for the last 6 games, I respect it a lot. They're hard to handle. They score from fucking everywhere, and it was just so like a kick in the nuts every time Cat or someone would work so hard to get a bucket, and then it's literally one pass and Siakam is getting a layup. You're like, dude, why was that so hard for us?
Because they're gassed and their transition defense is trash.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think it's going to be a super fast series, but yeah, I got to go with OKC.
Yeah. Sorry, Niall. We're enemies now, baby. After I was with them this last series, but I can't wait. Because to me, if the Knicks made it, it was a sweep and they're lucky to get it to 5. Now I feel like it's 5 and they're lucky to get it to 6, which is more entertaining. And I think the style of play is going to be quicker on both sides, but OKC better defense.
2 small markets,
probably better half-court execution too. Two small markets
going toe to toe. Fan bases that deserve a championship. Ooh. It's a win-win for whoever comes out on top. I don't think there's a bad guy in this finals.
And sorry in advance to the Supersonics fans who've been coming at us for giving OKC praise. Like, we ain't a part of all that drama. But I think they should.
They saved your team, dude.
No, the NBA needs to fucking split the stats, man. It's a joke. That's what keeps putting like salt in the wounds, you know? Like, Seattle was what it was, and if they get a team, then like merge those stats. But don't stop. Like, they count, like, I feel like they count everything the Sonics did as like Thunder history, which I think is wrong.
I mean, that's a gray area. I don't have any opinion on that. It literally doesn't matter to me. But clearly the Supersonics left because they were going out of business. They didn't leave because it was a thriving team.
But that's what I'm saying. So
scenario.
Then just
they
call
saved
it
the goddamn company, you know? Like, Jesus, what did you want them to do?
No, I get that, but
no, I'm speaking to the Supersonics fans. Like, it's
no, but
I mean, I don't mean to be harsh, but it's their fault.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying the Sonics fans aren't like, yes, our team is saved. It's now the OKC Thunder. They're like, fuck the Thunder. Like, just it's something different now.
But why fuck the Thunder? What did they do?
Nothing.
They didn't steal them. It's not a rug pull.
But why do you think they were emailing in recently with like so much hate?
Because they're envious. They wish that they still had them. That's obvious. But I don't think that OKC, their fans, are to blame for any of that.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying.
I know you're not, but that's what they are.
2 different things.
But it's the same team.
But they switch cities and names. Let's just start fresh with the stats and everything. Doesn't that make sense?
I don't think that matters, though. What does that matter?
I think it does.
All right.
To the Sonics fans. And why wouldn't OKC want their own thing from scratch? Like, I get it. It's the same ownership and shit, but I just feel like that's kind of fucked. Like the Memphis Grizzlies is the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, I don't need like the Vancouver Grizzlies stats history to be in there.
They lasted at least like 3 months in Vancouver, dude.
Yeah,
didn't even matter.
They kept the same name, but you switch cities and names. Like,
those owners were there. They were the fucking hurry home, because that for sale sign was on that lawn in Vancouver real quick, man.
Let's get any Sonics fan out there. Just hit us up. We want to hear it from a Sonics fan. What you think about it? Should it just be starting from scratch?
What did they want them to do? It's crazy.
Just not leave.
Yeah, I get that. All right, NHL. Florida took care of Carolina like we both thought would happen. You know, easy peasy. Gentleman's sweep, 5 games. Or maybe it was 6. I don't even remember. No one was even watching because they knew what was going to happen.
You know, I was too on point. 5-game series all over the place except for the Pacers.
You knew that shit was going to happen. Florida just too much. You know, still making Leafs fans feel a little bit better about we took them to 7. You know what I mean? We had our chance to win too. Carolina, fucking bums. You know, if this was a 1-8 scenario, that would have been their first round matchup. Florida and Carolina. And then Edmonton and Dallas. I thought this would be more of a series. I thought Dallas had what it took.
Did they win the first game?
I'm not sure what game they won. Yeah, and Edmonton was up 3-1 going into the third, and then they gave up 5 goals in the third, I think. But Dallas, I thought that the goaltending edge was securely in their favor. And Jake Ottinger ended up getting pulled in the series clincher game and just did not play well. Edmonton, the superstars took over. McDavid and Draisaitl back to business. But Zach Hyman, big part of that team, goes down. Season-ending surgery in Game 4. But as they lose Hyman, they gain Matthias Ekholm back on the blue line. Nice big body to have back there. He was hurt earlier in the year, coming back, playing his first game in months. So with the subtraction comes addition. I don't know if exactly what you want, but it's a rematch, baby. The Panthers and the Oilers. You go first.
Canada, let's fucking do it. How many years has it been now, man? This is our fucking sport. Know. You dig? Yo, fuck that shit. And it ain't going to warm ass Florida. This is a cold country type of game. You dig? Edmonton, stand up for the whole fucking nation. It's time, baby. I'm sick of this shit. I didn't know about that record till last year, but it ends now. Oilers, McJesus. It's happening. Oilers in 6, baby. Celebrating the Florida Heat.
So you're saying SGA and Dort bring the NBA championship back to Canada, and the Oilers bring the Stanley Cup home.
All day, every day. Like Charles Barkley always says, he blames everything on the tariffs. That's why the Oilers are going to win it, because they're like, yo, fuck the tariffs and this 52nd state shit. This is our shit. SGA, Dort, make us proud, man.
I saw Barkley tried to go on an NHL rant the other day, and they cut his ass off.
Let's go. Oh, was he drunk again?
Usually, I would play the villain here and go against Canada, but it is time to bring this shit.
What?
With all this shit, where Donnie T's talking about this, and they're coming for Gretzky about this, and all this division. Hockey is a Canadian sport. We showed y'all in the Four Nations Cup what the fuck we do, and it was Connor McDavid who scored that game-winning goal. And this time, the star power
I'm in shock right now.
Too strong for Kachuk and Barkov and Bennett, Paul Maurice and Bobrovsky to handle. The Oilers are just moving at a different level right now, and I hope I don't jinx them. And Edmonton, you do deserve this. I mean, we deserve it more here as the Leafs because we haven't had it in forever, and y'all had your time with Gretzky, and now you get McDavid. A truly blessed franchise, because it's probably hard as hell to get free agents to sign in Edmonton. No one's trying to take their, $1 million fortunes to Edmonton, but
chill.
You got your shit. You got McDavid. You got Draisaitl. Now is the time. It's the second time in the finals in a row. McDavid is a free agent at the end of next year. This has to happen now. All right? The city of Edmonton, do whatever you have to do. Start pulling the fire alarm in the Florida Panthers hotel. Start harassing them on the streets. Whatever it takes. This is the time, man. Edmonton Oilers, Stanley Cup champions.
Team of destiny. But I could see how hard that was for you to. I thought you were going Florida all day every day, but you want to hop on my prediction tip right now. But I could see you being like Gilbert Arenas on his podcast. I don't know if you saw him, but
the minute Florida wins one, I'm switching.
Yeah, every time the Knicks or Pacers won, he would show up on his pod the next day with the jersey back on the other team's bandwagon. So that's kind of the vibe I got from you right there. But I respect it.
I honestly don't care who wins. Once it gets past this point and my actual teams that I care for are out, my job as a fan is now over. With the Knicks departing, I'm truly off the hook. Nothing matters to me, really. I like certain players more than other players. I just want both these series to go long. Go the distance. This is an entertainment business at the end of the day. All that other shit, it doesn't really matter. We just want to be entertained. You know, I don't want blowouts in the NBA. I don't want a short series in the NHL. I want it coming down to the last shot. I want, you know, the rough stuff after the whistle in the NHL. I just want to be entertained when I'm watching these games.
I know. Thankful for the Knicks Pacers series because the conference finals were a snooze fest otherwise in both.
I didn't even watch
sports. Yeah, unfortunate. Hopefully the finals in both are epic. Tim, motherfucker, I told you. OKC in 5. You thought your Wolves were gonna do something. Sorry, Nicole Davis, all our Minnesota homies. Ernie,
they didn't like. Realistically, they probably weren't even thinking, but it's their team. They're just going to go down and fight.
Tim was trying to say, you know, Wolves in 6. I told him very early. I was like,
they need to get Edwards some goddamn help is what they need to do.
Yeah. But Ernie Torres, man. And who else do we know from OKC?
Kyle Walker
and Ernie. Real boys.
Maybe Clint Walker? Is he from out there?
Oh, yeah. That's sick. So let's do it. Thunder, Oilers.
Stanley Cup Finals, NBA Championship. It's time. We'll catch y'all next week.
Wait. Hold on. One more thing. Let's just talk Aaron Rodgers, and let's just hate on Aaron Rodgers for a minute, because right now I'm so happy. You know, all I want is for us to bottom out this year. Just go. I'm over it. Go in with Mason Rudolph. Get one of these elite QBs that they say are coming next year, But then I heard Terry Bradshaw, and did you hear that rant? Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah, he doesn't
want
him.
Amazing. But right now, it's like a countdown to misery, because they're going to announce the signing of Aaron Rodgers one of these days, and I'm just going to be so over it. I'd rather just suck. Because it's like, what the fuck? Have they not learned from since Big Ben's last 2 years, they've been so irrelevant, and it's like they just keep pushing the rebuild back. How many times have we got to do this? The
crazy thing with them was last year, they did a good job. They got Russ and Fields, and you're like, okay, clearly they think Fields can be the future. That's why you go get this young reclamation project. He started 4-1 or 3-1.
4-2, I think, when
they put off. Russ in, and Russ does his thing. He starts off great, but then sputters, and it's like, okay, clearly you keep Fields. Yeah. But I guess Fields was so turned off by the situation of him having this great start and seeing Russ not do anything for the last 6-7 games. He's like, fuck this, I'm leaving. And his choice, he gets to do that. So now the Steelers have fucked themselves in both situations. They lose both quarterbacks. They don't draft a great quarterback, which they had opportunities to get Shador if they wanted to try, more than enough opportunities. And now it's Mason Rudolph, which we've been down this road before. He's been hit in the head with a helmet almost. People hate him so much. If they get Aaron Rodgers, it's just another waste of a year. You're just prolonging misery. They don't have a running back.
And then the other backup is Kirk Cousins now. But you know what I heard the other day?
I prefer Kirk. I would prefer Kirk to
Same for the vibes, at least.
Kirk,
guys love him.
Exactly. At least he'll be locked into the team. He'll be a good team guy, good in the dressing room. He'll pay attention to Tomlin. Aaron Rodgers thinks he's larger than life. He thinks that the Pittsburgh Steelers fans are desperate for Aaron Rodgers to come to town. Everybody needs Aaron Rodgers. You've sucked forever, okay? And you can't win the big game. It's you've been completely owned by other quarterbacks your whole career, except for one
Jimmy
season.
Garoppolo.
Yeah. The only reason people, not everybody, but people think you're great is because Stephen A. Smith's been singing your praise. You're a bad man for so long. If it wasn't for Stephen A., people would have turned on him much sooner, man. No one cares for Aaron Rodgers. You never win the big game. You think you're bigger than the team. That's why they moved on from you in Green Bay. They've been fine without you. The New York Jets couldn't get rid of you quick enough. And now you're sitting at home. You're dude, if you were that great, you'd be on a team already. You're going to one of the worst teams in the league. Is your only option left.
The crazy thing I heard the other day too was that apparently he didn't like how his Egypt trip was covered last year when he went to Egypt during OTAs, and then it was a story for a few weeks, and then they struggled out the gate, and it was still a story. Like, oh, if he like, so instead of signing now and being at OTAs now, he's waiting. Him and the team decide to wait till after because he's dealing with whatever, like shit, so that whole news cycle doesn't happen again. Or how about this? Just sign and go to fucking OTAs and be all in.
Imagine that.
Oh,
Dude.
I'm so bummed. It's probably coming this week or real soon. I just fucking what? So we could win 8 or 9 games. Like
You're winning 6 or 7.
The other thing that could be sick is that he's so trash. I wouldn't mind this if they win 4 games.
He might be worse than Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, if they win 4 games with him and we get a good QB, and then that's just like it's just entertaining.
You need Archie Manning.
We need to bottom out. Yeah,
that would be great. But Stephon Diggs signs his big free agent contract. I didn't know we were getting into NFL, but it is the most entertaining of all the weeks. Big contract with the Patriots. You know, goes to one of the Knicks games, debuts his new relationship with Cardi B.
It might be over already.
Absolute lunatic. Gets caught on a boat. Women everywhere. Handing off, you know, a pink substance to one of the women. And supposedly releasing him is not out of the question.
I saw that.
If you're a New England Patriot, you want him or not?
Well, I think we talked about this briefly on earlier this season, but I said I thought that contract was crazy and too big, and he's 31 coming off an ACL. I don't think he's the answer for a young QB because what's he going to be there for a year or two? I think I just didn't understand that signing to begin with, and then you put this on top of it, and I didn't even know what pink cocaine was, but apparently that's speculation what that was. So such a bad look for someone who's supposed to be rehabbing and at OTAs, but he's on a boat, and it's a bad look from the team and the Cardi B perspective. Like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, what's my name? And he's like getting them to call him daddy or whatever, if I heard that correctly.
Dude, I just think it's the last thing that Drake May needs, you know? A thriving young quarterback who's supposed to taking control of the team, and you bring in this lunatic. Like,
but last year he seemed actually everything that we heard as fans was that he was great in the locker room and they all loved him.
Yeah, people
he was
love
like
him.
The team captain or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I actually like Diggs. This is obviously a bad look, but I just never thought this was the right fit. Like, you're getting closer to the end of your career. Go try and jump on a Super Bowl contending team with vets.
I don't think he had as many options as you'd think. That's the
probably.
issue.
Yeah.
All right, last word. Wrap it up.
Stanley Cup coming back to Canada. Larry O'Brien, the MVP, is going to be holding that, and he's Canadian. And Aaron Rodgers, go fuck yourself. Sorry, that was harsh. Aaron Rodgers, we don't want you. Stay retired or retire. Fuck.
We'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.